NFL update on Twitter. LSU is banning Odell Beckham Jr. from its facilities for 2 years.
Holy hell.
That came out of nowhere. All right. New news.
No more spanking cheeks.
Everyone's getting it today.
It is Wednesday, October 21st. LSU is banning Odell Beckham Jr. from its facilities for 2 years after he gave out $2,000 worth of $100 bills at last year's national championship versus Clemson, per Ross Dellinger, who writes at Sports Illustrated. So,
which one's worse?
That LSU team is going to need Odell around for recruiting purposes. I don't know if they're going to get back to where they were there with Joey Burrow. That team has lost an image. Or lost their identity. I actually picked them to lose to Missouri the week they lost to Missouri, and everybody was confused. And that was because I watched one half of their football, and I was like, this team has no idea what they're doing.
They lost everyone.
They lost everybody. So it's going to take them a couple years to build back, but it's also going to take some recruiting. Without Odell Beckham Jr. there, will they be able to recruit the way that they have in the past? Because I think he was pretty hands-on with the operation. If you listen to like Justin Jefferson talk about Jarvis and Odell and helping out the wide receiver room down there, is that a big deal or not? And now it is factual that was not fake hundreds that were getting hit, which was the original story coming out, that it was fake money. $2,000. I would assume that it was probably more, but I like the fact that we settled on $2,000. This is like when police fined $54,000 in cash. It's like $54,000.
Oh, really?
Is that what it was?
What happened to the other 46?
Yeah, well, it's like whenever I went into jail 10 years one day ago for an alleged incident. I mean, they have their story, I have mine, obviously. I went into jail with a certain amount of money in my pocket, and I actually know that because I counted it to see if I could afford a cab, and I didn't know why there was so much money in my pocket at the time. I was very intrigued by that. And then when I got out of jail the next day, I don't know, there was a couple $100 missing. I was like,
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Did I lose it potentially in my walk? Maybe I lost it. That is true. Or maybe somebody was like, $200, nobody will notice.
You won't remember.
And by the way, go ahead. I probably don't get paid enough to do what they were dealing with there. Just go ahead and take a couple $100.
Usually hundos don't just hop out of your wallet and run away.
Well, hundos were hopping out of Odell Beckham Jr.'s fanny pack at the national championship. He was dabbing him up, and he is now suspended from LSU for 2 years.